Tonight we're doing a fancy, fancy pastry that your friends will think you bought, but you didn't. I'm just gonna tell you straight off the bat, famous chefs use packaged puff pastry. There is no shame in it. The process of making puff pastry is not very skilled and it takes a ton of time and nobody makes it, okay? It comes frozen and you must put it in the refrigerator to defrost. You cannot defrost it on the counter because it gets very gummy and sticky. So the minute you get home and you're unpacking your groceries, put your puff pastry in the refrigerator. We're using blackberries. They're very tender and beautiful. They're like beautiful, beautiful gemstones, and you don't want to smash them with water. Just rinse them a little bit, let them drain, and then put them in a bowl. Macerating means cooking, essentially, with sugar or salt. And you can make a dessert that is simply macerated fruit, and this is how you do it. Take some sugar. It's really easy. Like that amount of cover. Move it around. Every single piece of fruit should be completely dusted in sugar. Then do it again. Okay? Another great thing to add to this is vanilla. Most people have vanilla essence, which is a liquid. Something I'd love you to look for is called vanilla paste. This is a massive bottle. You can get small bottles. What it is vanilla essence with the seeds so that it's very black, you'll see. And if you look at it, I don't know if you can see that, it has the little tiny dots of vanilla seeds in it. Okay, this is creme de cassis, which is a blackberry liquor. So you can use vodka, you can use creme de cassis, you can use bourbon, brandy, anything you want. It makes like a gooey, nasty, sugary, gloppy mess like that. I'm gonna take the puff pastry out because it's been in there for a couple hours. You wanna make sure you're using a surface that's not hot, like wood, not so great. You wanna try to find something that's a little bit cooler than the room. I'm lucky to have marble. You unwrap this, it looks like this. Don't be scared. It opens like that, okay? Down on your counter. Take the top piece off. Take a small amount of flour and sprinkle it on whatever surface you're using. Put the pastry back down. Now, if it gets warm, it's very hard to work with. So you gotta do this somewhat quickly. Little bit of flour. If you use too much flour, you have huge pieces of raw flour, which you don't want. Don't be afraid of it, it's just pastry. Take your rolling pin, you can use a wine bottle, you can use anything in your house that's round. And you're just gonna make it a little bit bigger than it is. Just a little bit thinner and a little bit bigger. Pick it up and move it occasionally so that it's not stuck. Just make it a little bit bigger, working quickly. Working quickly, all right? It's about that thick. You can't see me through it, but it's bigger than it was when I initially set it down. Cut it into 4 squares. Get your lined baking sheet. It's lined with 2 sheets of tin foil because this makes an unholy wreck of whatever pan you are using. Take your 4 squares and place them on here. You're gonna take your apricot jelly and you're gonna plop apricot jelly down in the center of each one. You're gonna kill with this. And just roll it around. Don't get too nutty or precious with it. You want like a nice smear of it. And then you're gonna put this back in the fridge. You might want to squirt a little bit of lemon juice in here too, by the way. Just to make it a little bit more liquid. It's pretty sweet, but it's like, man, is it good. Give it a little stir because you want the really macerated ones that are on the bottom to come, look at this, to come onto the top so that, and it looks cooked. If you look at it, it looks like a piece of cooked fruit. And it also tastes incredible, like a piece of cooked fruit. So stir that up, make sure it's nice and nasty. Take your squares out that you've prepared earlier, out of the fridge. Remember, they look like that. So try to get a little bit less liquid, get more fruit than liquid, and plop a little bit down. And you're gonna put butter like this. You know, 4, maybe 5. And you're gonna take the 4 sides like this. Doesn't matter if it spills, don't freak out. And you're gonna draw them together like this and squeeze and twist. Beautiful. This is a massive brush. You can use a much smaller one, or you can use wadded up paper towel. So paint, 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 paint. They're gonna explode. They're gonna go all over the place. They're gonna wreck this pan, and that's gonna be the best dessert you ever had in your life. Liberally sprinkle that with sugar. This is a bigger piece of pastry, so I'm gonna use a little bit more. You know, butter, butter. Ah. Corner, 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 corner. Twist, press. It's like a little flat stork packet. Paint, 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 paint. This is good for summer or for holiday because it's very luxurious. When you cook this, some of the juice will burn and go black in the tray. Don't worry about it. It's not affecting your pastry. I'm going to return the pastries to the refrigerator because the colder a pastry is, especially puff, before you cook it, the better it puffs. And even if it's regular pastry, the better it crisps and cooks. So I'm going to go ahead and return these to the fridge. Los paquetas. Just want to maybe hit them real quick with a little more egg wash. You've already got juice, so you've already got a mess coming your way. And I'm going to put this straight into the hot oven. I'm actually going to raise it from 400 to 420 for a few minutes. What I want you to do is take your apricot preserve and just take parts of it that don't have the big pieces of apricot and dump like 4 spoonfuls in here. And then you take whatever liquor you like and put a tiny amount in here. This is Calvados, which is apple liquor. Just a little bit. Low flame. Just mix it together, and that's going to be your glaze for your pastry. That's it. Now give me a break. You saw me make this. Look at this. Remember how easy this was? Look how this looks. Give me a break. That is a puff pastry fruit freak out. And you made that. Trust me, they're not going to forget it. And you're just going to quickly paint these pastries. So you're just going to paint them with your Calvados and apricot jam. They don't even know what's coming, okay? That is a puff pastry fruit freak out.